story time of how I almost passed out in front of a patient during a research case when I was a pre-med. So it's sophomore year, it's 2022. I was able to get in an OBGYN research project, and part of that is going down to the OR floor and asking patients if they want to be a part of the study, having them complete a survey, and collecting a blood, saliva, and urine sample. And also part of that is being in the room while the blood sample is being collected, which I didn't think anything much of, but I was in the room and the doctor was in there and the girl who was on the head of the research was in there talking, and I see the nurse like jab the patient, and I see the patient like, ow, that hurt. And then I start to see the blood going from her arm into the thing, and then all of a sudden I feel this churning in my stomach. And then I start to feel this lightness in my head, and I start to slowly feel my legs start to lock, and I start to kind of freak out. So I very kindly excuse myself. I can't really get any words out, but I like just slowly walk towards the door and just walk out with no explanation. And I just cannot imagine what the doctor and the other girl was thinking, but I close the door behind me, just walk out of the patient room unannounced while there's conversation going on that I'm supposed to be a part of. And then I like grab onto the wall, and I'm like grabbing onto things to find the closest chair. And then I see two nurses in my like peripheral visions start to come up to me, and they both come on both of my sides as I'm getting to the chair, and they sit me down and they're like, "What's wrong?" And I was like, water, like I needed water or something. So the one nurse goes and grabs water, ginger ale, and crackers, and I drink the water, I shove the crackers down, I drink the ginger ale, and after a few minutes I sit there and I tell them what happened. I was like, I saw her get the blood drawn, and then all of a sudden everything started to just flash, like my life started to flash in front of my eyes. And the nurses like laughed, and honestly, nurses are just heaven sent. Like, I literally don't know what I would have done without them in that moment, because I was literally sitting there and I was like, I want to be a doctor. Like, how am I going to do this if I can't get in the room? And one of the nurses was like, trust me, I've been there. Like, you get used to it. You just need to keep exposing yourself. And then I slowly made my way back into the patient room, and it was really awkward. But oddly enough, after we finished that case and I kind of got my stuff together, I always get to go into the OR. So I got to go in the OR and watch the OB do surgery, and that doesn't faze me at all. Like, it doesn't faze me at all seeing anything like that, anything surgical. But for some reason, if the patient is awake and I could see them in visible pain from getting a blood draw, I feel myself getting dizzy, probably because I don't like getting my blood drawn. But yeah, and then I like explained to the doctor what happened and have to be like, and he's like, I don't know if you can come into the OR. Like, I was like, no, trust me, like, I'm fine in there. So yeah, and I was obviously able to continue the research case, but it happened multiple more times after that. And sometimes I would still have to excuse myself, but it would get better over time. And now I think I'm good. Like, I'm good now, but it took a really long time for that to not happen for me.